Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Pin Decker coming back to you once again, and we're just going to have a little talk right now about what's going on with these projects that we love so very much. And I was looking at YouTube today, and I saw one of my favorite YouTubers, and he did a video, and I had to kind of get at him a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And I usually don't do that, but it's like, as you can see, it was like, bro, you blaming the victims. Like, everybody on our videos, this thing can disappear tomorrow. We tell everybody that, you're getting at your own risk, and, you're attacking YouTubers. Ain't nobody shoving nothing down nobody's throat. We take responsibility for our own actions. So yeah, I was looking at this video here,
300, 400.
And this guy here, Nakamoto Crypto, he has a very good channel. I'm not trying to say he's a bad guy or you ought not like him and you shouldn't watch his. No, I'm not saying any of that. He has usually very good information, but today he kind of fell off the boat a little bit. So we're here to talk about Solar Road and Paybox, and all of these programs, Fintosh, that we know and love. And first of all, we have to take responsibility for our own actions, ladies and gentlemen. That's like a drug addict blaming the drug dealer for his situation. It's like you're the one that went down that dark alley and asked him, for those things, and just because you didn't like the results of what your life has become, you want to say, oh, it's his fault, or here you're in the investment arena, you would say, oh, it's those evil YouTubers while my life is destroyed. No, we all know and understand that, this space has the ability to make us financially independent by the utilization of the principle of compound interest. So just for today, ladies and gentlemen, if we take a quick look at Solar Road and what's going on there, let's take a candid look, without emotional attachment. Let's take a candid look at this. And if I can simply find it here, there it is. And look at what's going on without emotional attachment and with straight logic. Okay? And what we are seeing here as we sign into this platform, we all do the best that we can, So things are starting to rise here and starting to go up. And once again, they're trying to entice, people back in. So the thing is that, when you go into these things and you look in your wallet. See, the thing is that, we are all, anybody that has suffered, from this thing, it's like people want to say, oh yeah, well, the YouTubers, they're making this percent, they're making that, they get referrals and this, that, and the other. I do a lot of things that's not referrals. And I told you guys in Solar Road before, treat it like an ROI that, because it is not a smart contract, that you want to take some. I told you guys when I was taking some risk off the table, I took out $2,000. I took some risk off the table, and I put part of it elsewhere, and I put part of it back into the platform on the front end, So what I see, that's happening right now, to remain completely objective, it's like they took that which had actual value. Like here in the leasing section, you see expired. If you look at my, my stuff here, they took my USDT and yours if you're in this project, $1,500 worth. They took that which had actual value, and it seems at this point in time that they gave me something that has no value, because I got $1,500 down here in Solar Gold. But what am I to do with that? They talk about some buyback program. Why would somebody want to buy something that's completely worthless? Okay, so if you have the answer to that, you can leave a thing down in the description below. But as it stands now, is that I'm looking at $3,374 of nothing, because you see, all of this here, none of that means anything if it's not down here in the new A-Coin, SOD Plus, and SAM Plus. If it's not in the plus section, it doesn't mean anything, So basically, it's like, they're pissing on you and telling you that it's raining. You know, that if you look hard enough, you might find a rainbow. Like, no, like that's not cool, and that's not what's going on. So, but if you want to be completely safe up in this space, like you can always stake stable coins. You know, stable coins are completely safe because there's no impermanent loss. Also, you know, you can go into the X factor, ladies and gentlemen, which I told you is the end game. XRP, XDC, and XLM. The XRP case against the SEC is almost up, which is holding it back at this moment in time, and it is widely speculated that XRP, in order to be the new world's digital economy, in order to hold the trillions of dollars that it takes, in order for it to do that, it's going to have to go up to $10,000 per coin. Okay, is right now it's 47 cents. So if you get yourself 1,000 XRP and it goes up to $10,000 in a year or two, that's $10 million, ladies and gentlemen. Not only to mention that, but that's the bank-to-bank thing. And then you got XDC, which is trade finance, which is also megalithic. And then you got XLM, which is Stellar Lumens, which is going to be the retail aspect. And it is also speculated that Wall Street itself will be going into that. So, ladies and gentlemen, you know, you got Epic Cash because you're going to need a coin that can protect itself. So you're going to need some Epic, all right? These are things that you can do to protect yourself. And as we say all the time, you know, what you can do is to protect yourself is anything that you're not in full control of, like Solar Road or Paybox. You never put in more than what you can afford to lose. These just aren't slogans that we're giving you, ladies and gentlemen. These are guidelines to live by in order to strive and thrive within the realm of practicing or utilizing cryptocurrency to become financially independent, because we're all going to lose at some point. You know what I'm saying? The point is to win more than you lose. I've watched Joshua personally lose 80,000, 125,000. I watched another girl on YouTube where she lost $1 million, but she had the attitude. She says, hey, you know, money doesn't make me. You know, I made $1 million once, I can make it again. You know, Joshua also made the statement, he's a bona fide crypto millionaire of the DeFi guys. And, you know, go watch his channel. And, you know, he stated that in order to make millions, you have to lose hundreds of thousands. It's kind of like a rites of passage. If you want to make hundreds of thousands, you have to lose a few thousand. You know, if you want to make a few thousand, you got to lose a few hundred. If you want to make a few million, you got to lose a couple of 100,000. That's just the way it is, ladies and gentlemen. But the thing is that we have guidelines. You see, when I went into Solar Road, I told you when I took out that $2,000, I actually took out what I put in. You see, so yeah, I'm glad I won't be able to milk that cow anymore. You know, but hey, you know what I'm saying? I didn't lose anything. Let's put it that way, you know. But if you want to look at it, you know, so when people are talking about these evil YouTubers and this, that, they're like, no. No one understand that between me and my upline and that upline, because it's up 2% and it's down it's up 2 levels and down 2 levels, between me, my upline, and his upline, me and my team and the people beneath them, man, we had to lost $50,000 on that Solar Road thing. If you include everybody, you know what I'm saying? My team alone, you know what I'm saying? Me alone, you know? So the thing is that, you know, but I took some risk off the table, so I didn't lose a whole lot, you know? And the one thing that a lot of us, you know, is like, you know, it's nobody's fault if your life is messed up. You know what issue means? It's you. That's basically what it means. You know what I'm saying? If you want to take the cute way of thinking about it, you know, but the thing is that you have to take responsibility for your own life, you know, and it's nobody's fault. You know, you have to follow the guidelines. When we say never put in more than you can afford to lose, we mean it. Especially me as a family man, I pay all of the bills in the house. If I fall off, my family falls off because they rely on me. You see what I'm saying? So that's why it kind of, you know, takes me a long time to get into certain financial positions because I don't spend my rent money. You know, I don't throw my rent money in Drip or Solar Road or any of these platforms. I don't put my telephone money. I don't put my internet money. I don't put my food money into these platforms. You know what I'm saying? After I pay my bills, if I got $200-300 left over, yeah, I throw it into GMX. I throw it into, you know, all of these things going on. Just take a look at my screen, ladies and gentlemen. We got Carnelian 12. We got Income 15. We got Oris, which is tokenized gold. You know, we've got, you know, all of these products. We got Linkdo, which is, you know, investing for accredited investors. You know, and what I'm trying to say, ladies and gentlemen, is, you know, we've got StelX. You could provide liquidity utilizing Stellar on the DEX. You see, I've got one checked right here for XLM and Rio. I mean, what I'm trying to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, is that we have multiple income streams. So when something like Solar Road happens, we don't, you know, say, hey, I'm going to put $10,000 in Solar Road. And actually, my upline did put $10,000 in, but he was making $2,000 a day, you know? So you best believe that he took out what he put in. So when Solar Road did what it did, you know what I'm saying, he wasn't hurt. You know, he came off a few thousand, a lot of thousands, you know, and that's how you do it. You don't sit there and compound into eternity, you know. You take some risk off the table and you have multiple income streams. If we go in here and if you look at my BitKeep, you see I got all of this stuff up here. I got Dex Finance that just came, a Solar Road, Camelot, you know, Level Finance, Plutus Dow, Arbidex, Drip. You know, it's like we have multiple income streams, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to something like Carnelian 12, which is off-chain protocol. There are many off-chain protocols. You got CoinMarketBull, you've got MaxBreed, you've got so many other things. If you just simply look up in here, you see what I have here, Muquant, you know, Aqua, you know, Stellar X, you know, Fintosh. They're also doing a major update. Jasmy, Epic Cash. We got Network Chuck always chilling, you know what I'm saying? But you know, always, you know, we got Mainnet. And as a matter of fact, I got to put on my thing later tonight. You know, we got Brick by Brick doing real estate and collecting money doing real estate through NFTs. What I'm trying to say to you, ladies and gentlemen, you know, you got Solid Lizard, you know, you've got all of this stuff. I'm just trying to give you, you know, you got the original tomb there that's still alive. You know, there's a million ways to make money. GMX, ladies and gentlemen, on Arbitrum. I mean, there's a million ways to make money. And the thing is that you have to go in and, you know, Daisy, of course, you know, on the Tron network, you know, I'm still in Daisy, you know, I've got stuff generating that I even forgot about. Fusion X, I don't even look at that anymore because it's so slow. So one day I'll go in there and I have a little bit of money to take out. Okay, cool. You know, so this is how we do it, ladies and gentlemen. And as you can see, I live crypto. You know, you got Mint X, you know, you have to use a VPN for that one. You know, Pulse Bitcoin on the Pulse chain. You know, I haven't even gotten around a Pulse chain. That's how busy I am. Okay, and the list just goes on. I just keep all of these bookmarks here because this is something that I will go into. And you know, you got a privacy coin here. You got Monero. They still trying to break Monero. You know, so all of this stuff that's going on, and all I'm saying is, no, there's no evil YouTubers shoving something down your throat, as the guy likes to say. Oh, you know, these YouTubers, they shoving this stuff down your throat. Nobody's shoving anything down your throat. This is how we getting money. And we know that the principle, forget about the vehicle, forget about Solar Road, forget about Benji, you know, forget about, you know, all of these, you know, solo decks. You know, these are all just tools. Like if you are a carpenter, you have tools, but it's not the tools that really make you. What makes you is your knowledge, okay? Just like there was a very, very, very famous guy who years ago, I'm not going to say his name because I don't want you guys to get lost on a mental tangent, you know, where he went, and if you think about this long enough, you'll figure out who I'm talking about. But he went bankrupt a few years ago, all right? and everybody thought it was the end for him. You know, did he say, "Oh well, I lost all my money. Let me go get a job"? No, because I told you before, and I'll tell you again. Being financially independent has less to do with what you have than what's in your brain. Okay? So, in 2 shakes of a stick, when you look back, he was right back to being a billionaire. Before you could shake your head, he was right back to being a billionaire. Why? Because he understood the principle of compound interest. So it's not about giving up, because if you give up, you're only giving up on yourself. You don't say, like a spoiled little brat, I'm taking my ball and going home. The only person you're going home on is yourself. There's nothing to prove to anybody. It is you that have to be the rightful master of yourself. It is you that has to be able to look in the mirror and like what you see. It is you that must be the rightful master of yourself. No one else. It is for your benefit as you fulfill your duty and your responsibility to yourself. It has nothing to do with evil YouTubers or this one or that one. It has to do with you and the choices you make. And if you follow the guidelines, you will win more than you will lose. And you will be financially independent. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Pendecker signing off. Just giving you a quick checkup from the neck up. And fulfill your responsibility to yourself. And let's get this crypto.